Polarities! We all know I adore this mod greatly, but we'll talk about that another day. For today, we're looking at Star Construct. What is it? No idea! Not even the creator knows. So this is a one-off video for the boss analysis videos that were requested. Now, to perfect what you all want to see, tests must be performed so we can get feedback to improve these to be the content that you came here to see. And since I am the boss moth of Terraria, I hope I can give a decent and honest explanation of many of the bosses of Terraria. But if it flops, then at least I tried. So, let's get to it, with Star Construct from Polarities. Star Construct. This is a pre-hard mode boss fought around the same time as Eater of Worlds or Brain of Cthulhu. To summon this boss, you can either craft yourself a stellar emote, or wait for it to just fall from the sky. Though, for this to trigger, you need to have over 300 HP. Star Construct has few attacks, which you'd expect for being a pre-hard mode boss being this early in the game. So let's go through these attacks. Pursuit. Star Construct runs after you at speed and will continue to chase the player quickly gaining speed, but also jumps when the player does, but this does have a delay before it can jump again. Hook Pincer. Star Construct will get close to the player. After this it's arms will position themselves around the player, then after a delay will ram inwards. With its phase 2 form having 8 hooks, so this attack remains the same but the gap to escape is much smaller. And in For the Worthy, good luck. Hook Stomp. Star Construct rises itself into the air and slams its claws into the ground. Since these claws box you in, you've little room to move from the claw that's following above you, getting ready to strike down. Hook Swing. Star Construct swings its hooks around itself. Yeah, that's it. Hook Copter. Star Construct jumps in the air, swinging its hooks around itself, then flings itself towards the player like a really bad helicopter pilot.
This is the greatest play.
Star Streams. Star Construct jumps into the air, aims its hooks diagonally, and releases a ton of stars outwards. I hope you like the sound of falling stars, because soon you'll hate it. And the Starfall attack. Star Construct jumps into the air before turning into its star form and falling towards the player, emitting a small burst of stars after it impacts tiles. In its phase 2 form, it remains in the air and tracks the player before instantly dashing to where its telegraph line goes. Right, with the attacks out of the way, here are some strategies to deal with each individual attack. Star Construct needs some mildly specific movements to deal with it successfully, so let's go through them all. Pursuit. Run for a short time till Star Construct begins to gain on you. Perform a quick jump by only tapping the jump button. This will make Star Construct launch into the air, plus with its speed it'll fly straight over you. If you want to get more distance from it, use the Shield of Cthulhu to dash in the opposite direction. However, I would suggest avoiding falling through platforms. It's just a bad idea. Hook Pincer. Since this attack has some build up, keep yourself ready and stop dead still. Since you've got 2 large gaps to escape from, keep your focus on those gaps, and then jump through them or dash through them to make sure that you can avoid them. But after each strike, make sure you've got yourself still and prepared for the next one. This attack happens 3 times in a row, so upon the 3rd one, get yourself away, ready for it to start chasing you again. Hook Stomp. This again has a good bit of build up, so you've time to register what's happening. You can either move gently left or right when a hook is above you, but a simpler way is to sit on the slime mount. Since the acceleration is pretty much instant and moves slowly, you can move with a perfect precision. Plus, you can't accidentally dash, which is definitely a bonus. Hook Copter. When it jumps, keep your eye on it. If it spins, run away, jump a bit, which will bait it to fly higher up. Then fall down and dash towards it. It should fly straight over you depending on the elevation of the ground you're currently running on. Star Streams. When Star Construct starts to fire stars, get close and move between those stars. Being too far away might sound appealing, but when Star Construct starts chasing you again, there's going to be stars everywhere, which is not going to be very good for you or your life. Starfall. Phase 1 you just need to dash out of the way at any point, but in Phase 2 it'll telegraph with a thin cone of light which focuses into a white line. just move in a single direction, come to a stop just before the telegraph becomes a line, then dash in the other direction to avoid the impact. You can also jump in the air and fall down if you don't want to use your dash, or you can do a combination of both. That works. As for weapons, go wild. This thing was well designed when it comes to having every single class in mind. Even true melee gets a chance in this fight. So in terms of a rating, I'd say a 3 out of 5 for the attacks, a 2 out of 5 for movement variety, a 3 out of 5 for its creativity, and only a 1 out of 5 for its visuals. You would probably consider the legs to be a visual, but that's more of a mechanic than a visual. I'm referring to things like the spinny blue things that happen with its tentacle arms. On a feedback note, I don't really have anything to add. This boss is pretty well balanced for all class builds and arenas. I guess it could benefit from at least one more attack, but specifically for Phase 2, since at this time it does basically the same thing from Phase 1 to Phase 2, apart from its star form dash thing. After thinking about it, the only attack I can come up with is it jumps into the sky, showers the whole area with stars, and then slams into the ground, emitting a massive burst of stars like it does before. I mean, I'm not a fan of bosses suddenly becoming untouchable for battle prolonging reasons, but in this case the boss isn't invulnerable, it's just hiding from your attacks like players do versus it. Call it a role reversal, I guess. Anyways, that's my take on Star Construct. As this is only a test, I really need your feedback to improve these, so your opinions will be greatly appreciated. Anyway, that's enough from me, so see you soon.